In a world that's supposed to be built on love and support, why does hatred always speak the loudest? Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jikook Moments. In recent days, the BTS fandom has been shaken once again. Not because of new music, not because of achievements, but because of accusations. Allegations claiming that Jikookers, fans who believe in the closeness between Jimin and Jungkook, have created a massive hate movement against Taehyung and Jungkook themselves. The narrative spread fast, like a spark fanned by ego and ignorance. But beyond all of that, there's something much deeper than just a fandom war. It's about how love can be misinterpreted, and how two people who simply want to be themselves have become battlegrounds of endless theories. So today, let's look deeper, not just at the rumors and accusations, but at the human side often forgotten. Jimin, Jungkook, and the silence between them that speaks more honestly than thousands of tweets. According to some Taekookers, the Jikookers have even teamed up with Blinks to organize a coordinated attack. But like most theories born from prejudice, the accusation collapses under its own weight. For anyone who has followed this fandom for years, such claims sound ironic, even hypocritical. Because, for years, it has often been those very same vocal groups who repeatedly hurled cruel comments at Jimin. He became an easy target. Every time opinions clashed, every time Jungkook smiled at someone, or even when Jimin was simply being professional on stage. In a world where love should be the main language, hatred has become the loudest argument. One unforgettable moment happened at an airport. A fan held up a poster that said, "Jikook," and Jimin, with his natural reflex, smiled, a warm, spontaneous, uncalculated smile. But for some, that pure moment was seen as provocation. Social media quickly filled with manipulated posts, edited videos taken out of context, and false narratives. Yet had the poster said, "Taekook," those same people would have called it proof of true love. That's the paradox of fandom. Love can be painted as hate, and hate can be dressed as love. But what's even sadder isn't the manipulation itself. It's the fact that once again, Jimin became the target. For years, he's been criticized for every move he makes, as if his success were a mistake. He's been punished simply for being himself. And yet, what's extraordinary about Jimin is how he endures, without repaying hate with hate. He chooses to shine brighter, to show that true beauty cannot be dimmed by lies. Jimin has never claimed to be a victim, even though the online world often treats him like one. He continues to show love to all BTS members without exception, with the same steady warmth. And on the other side, his connection with Jungkook remains one of the most genuine and effortless bonds ever seen in the Korean entertainment world. Their relationship isn't about theories or labels. It's about the energy that exists every time they're together. In glances, in laughter, in silence. Maybe that's what unsettles some people the most, that something so genuine doesn't need proof. Many try to deny it. They edit videos, cut out context, and write long essays to convince the world that there's nothing between Jimin and Jungkook. But those moments keep reappearing, impossible to erase, impossible to hide. From live broadcasts to concerts, from soft laughter to gentle touches, their body language speaks louder than any words ever could. If you look closely, there's a subtle pattern most people miss. Jungkook often leans toward Jimin, a seemingly unconscious reflex, but so consistent it feels natural. Meanwhile, Jimin seems to find his balance only when Jungkook is beside him. They don't need to pretend. They don't need to justify. They don't need to hide. That connection is real. In every glance that lingers 1 second too long, there's something tender yet certain, an unspoken understanding, quiet respect, and perhaps a love that grows without needing to be declared. They're not trying to be a couple the world understands. They just want to be themselves, two people who understand each other in a world desperate to define everything. It's astonishing how much energy some people waste trying to find flaws in something so beautiful. Isn't fandom supposed to be a space to celebrate love, talent, and art? How did it turn into a battlefield of theories and hate? This behavior cannot be normalized. This is no longer just a ship war. It's become a disguised form of harassment toward the very artists they claim to love. Entertainment companies should not turn a blind eye. Legal action must be taken against those spreading lies and defamation that harm the emotional well-being of artists, especially when those rumors distort public perception. Because in the end, this isn't just about Jimin or Jungkook. It's about how we, as fans and as human beings, choose to treat those we admire. Jimin has always been the calm center in the storm of fandom. Through every trial, he has shown extraordinary resilience. He continues to light the way, even when surrounded by darkness. There's a reason why so many people see him not only as an idol but as an inspiration. He doesn't just dance beautifully, he dances with soul. Every movement tells a deeper story of loyalty, love, and the courage to remain gentle in a harsh world. And amid all the pressure, Jungkook is always there, looking at him with eyes full of respect and admiration. Their relationship isn't built on rumors, but on time, trust, and mutual understanding. They've grown together, changed together, and continue to find home in each other, even amid the blinding lights of global fame. Every time Jimin and Jungkook perform together, something beyond logic happens. An aura of quiet intimacy that feels both powerful and soft. They're not acting, and maybe that's exactly why they're so captivating. They're not just colleagues. They are two souls who understand each other in ways only they know. People can deny, mock, or slander them, but authenticity cannot be manipulated. And Jimin and Jungkook's bond stands upon that authenticity, sincere, warm, and profoundly human. It's time for the BTS fandom to reflect. For too long, the love and energy that should have been directed toward all 7 members have been divided by wars of opinion. Being a fan means supporting, not attacking. Respecting, not dividing. If someone truly loves BTS, they will celebrate each member's happiness, even if that happiness doesn't fit their personal expectations. Division only clouds the message BTS has always carried: love, acceptance, and unity. Those values live in the way Jimin and Jungkook treat each other, with empathy, laughter, and unshakable loyalty. Their connection is a silent language built over years of togetherness. It doesn't need a label because it speaks through the smallest gestures. The way Jungkook searches for Jimin in a crowd, the way Jimin smiles when he hears Jungkook's voice, the way they look at each other without saying a word. That's where the magic lives, in the unspoken things that feel undeniably real. Perhaps that's why, even when the world around them is loud with noise, they remain calm. Because they know, no matter what people say, they still have each other. And for those who see with an open heart, that truth needs no explanation. In the end, it's not about who's right, who's the most shipworthy, or who defends their idol the loudest. It's about how two souls, Jimin and Jungkook, keep walking through the storm without losing their direction or each other. They never asked for labels, never demanded defense. Because for them, the language of love isn't measured by words, but by a glance that lingers, a small laugh shared for no reason, or a silence that feels warm. So before we hit send on our next comment, let's pause for a moment. Ask ourselves, are we really supporting them or just supporting the version we've created in our minds? Jimin and Jungkook don't need a war to prove their love. They just need space to be themselves and to keep shining together. Because in the end, true love doesn't need an explanation. It simply exists. Thank you for watching Jikook Moments. If you believe in pure, unspoken love, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next story we'll explore together.